Hey yo, welcome to my channel. Um, I think we were talking earlier, well, not talking earlier, but basically, it's the round one, game one recap essentially for the NBA playoffs. And I think in some of my earlier videos in this channel, I did make some predictions here and there, and some of them seem to be on track. Now, granted, there's still one more game going right now with the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Denver Nuggets. But at the rate this is going, the Denver Nuggets are killing the Minnesota Timberwolves. So we'll see what happens at that. But let's put it this way. I mean, this was something that I think some people foresaw, some people didn't foresee. I mean, one of the games that I think was the better of the games was the Clippers and Suns. I think that was one I think everyone highly anticipated. It was a case of Kawhi versus KD was more than anything else. I don't think anyone anticipated Westbrook to do what he did. I kind of sort of pushed that along the lines where like that narrative, Westbrook is gonna like trying to go all out. He might not do well offensively, which is a surprise, but he'll still go all out defensively and all the little things to basically prove his worth, and to prove otherwise with everyone else around there that was like the naysayers to prove, because we know in the playoffs he does really well. So it showed basically in this game too, as well too. I mean, everyone with the KD, Kawhi, CP3, or Booker would be the talk of the game. But it turns out it was Westbrook in this case. And I mean, honestly, Kawhi and Westbrook had to step up because PG being out. I honestly thought the Clippers might have this shot, but the fact that PG's out, it throws my prediction with the Clippers potential going up as far into the finals a little bit off. But it's a possibility it could still keep in play at that point too. But honestly, I think the one that I think is more the likelihood, which you've seen here. Granted, Jay Morant was out for a bit there. The Lakers, I think they're red hot. I think they'll be able to like go far. Basically, at this point, they should be able to go far. Quite honestly, I mean, I was quite surprised how. I don't want to say how easy it was for them, but it was surprisingly how good it was. And of course, with the Heat and Bucks, Giannis being out, it only took a matter of time before realizing like, yeah, the Heat was gonna like overtake the Bucks. Without Giannis, there's no Bucks team practically. I mean, granted, yeah, there were times when Giannis was out, the Bucks were doing really, really well, but they stepped up in this case. I think in this case they revolved around completely around Giannis. That I think they were a little surprised. Another question is, will he be out the next couple of games? Only time will tell. Basically, at this point, honestly, time will tell at that point. But I mean, like with that game, plus yesterday's game with the Nets and 76ers, that was a given that the 76ers were going to kill the Nets. The Celtics beating out the Hawks, that was already given at that point as well too. The Warriors and Kings, now that one was a little surprising. Honestly, thought that the Warriors could come out of that game. Granted, it looks like it was close, but in reality, not so much so. I mean, it could be a case where, you know what, look for the Warriors to come out in the next three games and like go crazy on the Kings. I think the next three games the Warriors should win in that point. So they should be up 3-1. Now the next Cavaliers game, as a Knicks fan, I'm a happy Knicks fan, but I think the next game the Knicks will lose. Unfortunately, I think Donovan Mitchell shows up, goes all out, gets a little angry, and like they go all out and like get a little bit. They're probably gonna get a little bit more physical with the Knicks. And I don't think the Knicks are a tough team that can be handle that physicality. And I think in that situation, that's when the Cavaliers will probably be more physical, and to the point where like I think the Knicks might lose the next game two, that is. Game two for the 76ers and Nets. 76ers are all the way. Embiid's probably going to go crazy, as well as Harden as well too. Celtics and Hawks. I think the Celtics win that game as well. So of course, the game two. The real question comes down to is like with the Lakers and Grizzlies for game two, will it be a repeat of this with the first game? I think so. I mean, Anthony Davis is good. Let's not forget that. He is really good. And LeBron being there and D'Angelo Russell helping out, I think it's going to be more of an AD show more than a LeBron show, to be quite honest. The Heat and Bucks, if Giannis is out for game two, then look for the Heat to take that game as well too and be up 2-0. By game three, Giannis will come back at that point. The Clippers and Suns, this is a tough one to say. I want to say in game two, the Clippers, I think, edge out the Suns again. I think the Clippers edge out the Suns again in game two, quite honestly. But again, I think the sleeper of the teams, basically, I think the sleeper of this West Coast Conference will definitely be the Lakers. I think the Lakers are most likely going to be able to get to the finals. But I did say in the past, between those Golden State Warriors and Lakers, if it comes down between those two, I think Golden State gets into it. But I think the Golden State Warriors might be eliminated in round two, to be quite honest. And of course, the Timberwolves against the Nuggets. I don't think the Timberwolves, they might win one or two games. I thought they might be the sleeper upset, honestly, to beat the Nuggets. But I think the way the Nuggets are playing, it's going to be tough for the Timberwolves to beat them out at this point. Now, mind you, this is live streaming, of course. I am streaming this live. It's a case where I won't see anyone's chats. I wish I could, but I'm using the OBS software. This is something very quick because it's kind of late. But quite honestly, if you do have any comments, leave them leave them in there. I do respond to my comments when I do see them. I mean, after the live ends, I do see the comments afterwards as well too. So if you don't see the live, but you do, see the recording, you're welcome to leave your comments, leave some feedback, and of course, if you do like my content, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And also, with that, if you like this video, please like or dislike. It's up to you. Any interaction is good interaction, actually, from my perspective, and I like to interact with people basically. So if you want to leave a comment and expect something from me, I'll gladly respond back to you. I do try to respond back to everyone that essentially leaves a comment in my situation. But with that, I'll leave it at that. Granted, I think this is one of those things where, like I said, if you've seen my videos in the past, you know that this year, 2023, I was always going to do at least once a week a live stream. And so today's the 17th. It's the new week, so I'm going to live stream today. I'll leave it at that. But with that, I'll unfiltered, unedited, and unrehearsed. Until next time.